So, if you read the title, if you can read in general, that's a good start. Today, we're going to be ranking every single COD Zombies games. This is not every COD game in general. I might do a separate video doing that later down the line. This is just me ranking every Call of Duty Zombies game. And yeah, there's no Vanguard on this list. Good fucking riddance, if you ask me. But if I was to rank Vanguard, it would be a rank below F, because I hate Vanguard. I refuse to play any more of that shitty game than I have to. So there is no Vanguard, but we have every other COD Zombies game. We are going to go in a random order. Actually, no, we'll go in the order they've given us, because why not? I have played every single Call of Duty Zombies map and every single Call of Duty Zombies game, except for like the second map that came out in Vanguard, which I think was called... I forgot. I don't even know what it's called. I know the first one was Duran Fong, which is the worst zombies experience I've ever had. Ever was that map. Terra Nova Dicta, Terra Dicta, something like that. That's what the second map is called. And then they're remaking Shino Numma for the third time. So Vanguard is a lost cause. So I don't think anybody is complaining that but I'm not talking about Vanguard in this video, because like I say, Vanguard would be a rank below F. So let's just get into it. Let's rank these Call of Duty Zombies games in order of my own opinion. Opinion warning, by the way. First one, in no particular order, we have... Oh, that's Infinite Warfare, okay. Not a good start. Not my favourite Zombies game. In fact, it was my least favourite until Vanguard came out, so... You know what, though? I'll put it... there'll be no F tier, because I think every game here has at least got something redeeming about it when it comes to its Zombies mode. I think that though Infinite Warfare is my least favourite Zombies game, just in front of Vanguard, this conversation will not include Vanguard anymore, because I don't want to talk about it. Out of these games here, Infinite Warfare is still my least favourite, but there is still stuff that redeems it in my eyes, that still makes it playable and at least fun to go back to every once in a while. Zombies in Spaceland is an S tier map. Rave in the Redwoods is probably an A or a B tier map. I love Rave. And then the other map I like in that game is Attack of the Radioactive Thing. Those three maps are good reasons to come back to this game, this zombie mode, Infinite Warfare Zombies. The mechanics are surprisingly good. The aesthetic and theming is very nice breath of fresh air. If you've just spent like the whole day grinding on Black Ops 2 or maybe World War 2 Zombies or Black Ops 4, and you're just very fatigued on the gritty nature of what those Zombies maps offer you sometimes, you're like, I want a change of scenery, but I still want to play zombies, but more lighter-hearted zombies. That's what this game will offer you. I don't think there's any other zombies game in the Call of Duty franchise that offers such a nice, refreshing take on the mode as Infinite Warfare, which is quite redeeming. So for that reason, it is going in D, but that's why I renamed it to D rather than F, because it is still a redeemable game. I still like Infinite Warfare. Don't get me wrong, I still think it's a good game, to be honest, overall. The campaign had its issues, but I found it relatively fun. The multiplayer I did not touch, though. But then the zombies... So the zombies mode is the only reason why I come back to COD nowadays, and this COD zombies mode gets a passing grade, which I suppose it doesn't because it's a D, but you know what I mean. It's still tolerable. I still enjoy it. It still has its moments. Next, we have Cold War. Now, when this came out, everybody was praising Cold War like it was the second coming of Jesus, and that's never made sense to me. Cold War is an okay zombies mode. It didn't have that much in the way of content. It had 4 original maps. Four original maps? Yes, 4 original maps, plus the Outbreak mode, and then Dead Ops. So technically 6 zombies experiences, if you want to count the Dead Ops Arcade 3, which admittedly I've not played, so I can't pass judgment on the Dead Ops Arcade in Cold War, but I can pass judgment on the 4 original maps plus Outbreak. The Cold War, the mechanics of the engine that Zombies plays on in Cold War carries this game's zombies mode to to like maybe a B tier is what I'd give it, because the maps are very uninspired. My favourite map on this game, this is a hot take by the way, is Forsaken, and I just really like the flamboyant. It just feels a bit more, has a bit more life into it. Whereas when I play Mauer de Toten or Firebase C, the theming and the style and how it looks just feels so empty to me. Whereas Forsaken, it feels way more. I know it's like all 4 of the maps are just facility maps, which is, I'm sick of zombie maps just being set in like a facility of like experiments for like zombies and that. I wish that we had more cooler maps like fucking Shadows of Evil or Zombies in Spaceland, rather than just boring, just going from one lab base to another lab base all the time. That's what Cold War is. But for some reason, Forsaken really does have a much like much more colourful to it. Also, I feel like though the map does feel glued together. I don't know why I'm just talking about Forsaken alone, but though the map does feel a bit glued together, I do think that it kind of still works, in my opinion. The Easter egg is way too easy though for Forsaken, but regardless. All of the Easter eggs in Cold War are kind of extremely easy, as opposed to like a game like Infinite Warfare where the Easter eggs are extremely difficult. You kind of want to hit somewhere in the middle to hit like the most like happiness for like an audience. You want to make the Easter eggs accessible for the broadest amount of people. So having it easier than Cold War, making it more engaging, but making it harder than Cold War, which makes it more engaging, more exciting to actually want to achieve it, but easier than Infinite Warfare, so that it's a bit more accessible to more people. But yeah, that's all I have to say really. It's just Cold War's okay. The mechanics is what carries it. D Machine is like a decent map, but it is just kind of a Naxter and Toten with a basement to it, so it's kind of like a reimagining map rather than an original map. Technically none of the maps in Cold War are original maps because they're just stripped from the campaign, which I get is what Zombies was in World at War as well, but it's not really an excuse to go back and just reuse assets from the campaign just because you're lazy. But anyway, I'm going to stop ragging on Cold War now. I gave it a B so people can stop complaining. Advanced Warfare. I'm going to put this also in the B. I like Cold War more than Exo Zombies, but Exo Zombies is hated on way too much. In my opinion, the only bad Exo Zombies map is Burger Town. Or sorry, Infection is I think what that map's called. Burger Town is a dreadful map in every sense of the word. The layout, the fact that it forces like you to do these objectives, and if you don't do them, it locks the fucking map down. And then when you do them, you get to round 30, the map locks down anyway, and you're stuck in the sewers. It's a fucking bullshit thing to do. Yeah, absolute fucking L. Infection was, but Outbreak was an excellent launch map for Exo Zombies. Carrier is one of my favourite zombie maps of all time. It's probably a top 20 map for me, maybe even a top 15. I know that's high praise. And then Descent is also a decent map. Not as good as people say it is, but still good. It's like I said, it's a C or a B map, I'd say, for Dissenters. Infection is the only thing that really drags it down. I do like that Exo Zombies does add the aspect of verticality to zombies. It makes it way more interesting, makes it more like exciting to actually play, rather than just being boots on the ground. Because, like I say, like Infinite Warfare in that same way does facilitate like people who are like fatigued on like playing one type of zombies. Like even like if you want to play like 100 hours of Black Ops 3 zombies straight, eventually you're going to be like, oh, I still want to play zombies, but I want to change the scenery. I want the mechanics to be shaken up a bit. That's what Exo Zombies gives you, because you can jump around. You can avoid zombies by jumping rather than just running around them, training, kiting them. So yeah, I'm gonna put Exo Zombies in the B, just behind Cold War though, because I think Cold War's mechanics does carry it. Just kind of slip it above Exo Zombies, because Exo Zombies definitely isn't a perfect game, but I think its zombies mode is actually quite good in my opinion. It is nowhere near as bad as people say. You can hate me for it if you like, but I don't mind Exo Zombies. I think it's a decent game mode. Now we have Black Ops 3. We don't need to talk about this one that much. It has the most content available for a zombies mode ever. Let's count it. So you have the five original maps that come with the game. So Shadows, fucking, I'm drawing a blank here. Horizon Track, Zetsubona Shima, Gorod Krovian, Revelations. Which Revelations isn't technically an original map, but I'd still count it because it's the fourth DLC. Then you obviously have the Giant as well, which came on launch with it, which is an amazing survival map. Plus all of Chronicles, which is Naxxra and Toten, Varuk, Shinonuma, Kino de Toten, Ascension. Yeah, Shangri-La's there, Moon, and Origins. Plus Dead Ops Arcade 2. Plus Nightmare. That's a lot of fucking content to give a zombies fan. Black Ops 3 is the best zombies game, and you'll be hard pressed to find anyone with their heads screwed on straight who's actually played it and understands the idea of what zombies is about. Will say that, yeah, Black Ops 3 is the best zombies that you'll ever get because it has the most maps, has the most variety of maps as well, and the mechanics are perfect for Black Ops 3. Also, the graphics, they don't look dated despite the game coming out in 2015. They look a smidge cartoonish, which does make the game timeless in my opinion. But yeah, I could blow smoke up Black Ops 3's arse all day if I wanted to, but I'm going to move on because everyone knows how good that game is. Now we have Black Ops 2. I am also going to put this up in S tier, but behind Black Ops 3. For all the reasons I've just stated, Black Ops 3 is the superior game, but Black Ops 2 does offer a lot of zombies content that people don't like to give it credit for. Transit plus the Green Run maps, Bus Depot, Farm and Town, plus Grief and Turned. Okay? Great stuff already. That's just on lot. I think Turned came out in DLC 1 actually, correct me if I'm wrong. Then, Nuketown also came on launch but behind a paywall. Plus, Die Rise, Mob of the Dead, Buried, Origins. So that's 11 experiences, where I think Black Ops 3 adds up to like 16 different unique zombies experiences, which does trump it by a lot. Plus, Black Ops 2 is a slightly more controversial game because people don't like Transit, people don't like Die Rise, people are a bit iffy on the Green Run survival maps. Like, some people like Bus Depot, some people don't. It's all up for debate, really, whereas Black Ops 3 is universally loved. Like, most of the stuff that's on offer in that game, everybody goes, yeah, it's a superb game, even without Zombies Chronicles. Whereas, yeah, Black Ops 2, the stuff that it offers, a bit marmitey. Like, some people love it, some people don't, type of thing. But for me, Black Ops 2 is my favourite game overall. But I do agree that the Zombies mode on offer in Black Ops 2 is not superior to Black Ops 3's, which is why it just goes slightly behind it. But I still do love Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2 as well. So good. But anyway, now we move on to World at War. Now, where do we put this bad boy? You've got to respect your elders, that's what I always say. I do have to admit, though, this game mode only comes with 4 unique zombie maps. Those obviously being the classics, Nacht, Varuk, Shinonuma, and Doris. 4 brilliant maps, I will say. Those maps should not be understated. I mean, there's a reason why all 4 of these maps have been remade 4 times each, at least, at this point. I think 5 times for Shinonuma, now that fucking Vanguard has done it again. But yeah, I'm going to put World at War... God, people are going to crucify me for putting it behind Advanced Warfare, but here I am. I'm putting it behind Advanced Warfare. Yeah, well, actually, you know what? Just thinking about it, I think the 4 Exo Zombies maps are not better than the 4 World at War maps. I did think about that for a second. Yeah, I'm happy with that now. Yeah, World at War is just a great game overall, which means that its zombies mode is elevated because everything else about it is good, like the multiplayer and the campaign is excellent, so the zombies by proxy will also be good, and everyone will be like, yeah, it's good. Obviously it started the zombies mode as well, which does add it some points, and nostalgia factor in there as well does definitely boost it up a bit. But all in all, I will say the 4 maps in World at War I would take over the 4 maps that are on offer in Exo Zombies, just due to how little content there is on offer in it. But yeah. Right, now we have this lovely chappy here. We have World War II Zombies. Now, I'm going to put this in C because I don't... you know what? Oh, you know, I might actually slip. Well, I think Advanced Warfare... I think I still would take Advanced Warfare over World War II Zombies. But I'd put it here, I think. Now, the reason I'm putting World War II Zombies in the C tier instead of the B, and also behind Exos, is just because the engine doesn't really support zombies in World War II. I think the World War II game didn't really help the zombies mode. Didn't really feel like it played smooth enough for me. Plus, none of the maps really jumped out at me being amazing maps except for Final Reich. I suppose Shadowed Throne was a decent map as well. I think that those two maps are the standouts. The sheer amount of content that this game had is what elevates it from being a D tier, though, because it did come with Final Reich, Darkest Shore, Shadowed Throne, and Frozen Dawn. Plus, Groston House, and then Tortured Path, which is comprised of 3 survival maps. That's technically 8 unique zombies experiences. That's double Exo Zombies and nearly double Infinite Warfare Zombies. The only difference is that I like the Exo Zombie maps a lot more than I would like the best World War II Zombies maps. I think Final Reich is an A tier map. I think it's an excellent one. And Shadowed Throne is probably a C tier map, or a B maybe. Groston House is good. I do like Groston House a lot. But overall, the game mode didn't really offer too much new to the experience of zombies. Like, if we wanted another gritty, like, styled zombies game, like, then we wouldn't be playing, like, World at War to this day since it came out. Do you know what I mean? There are just so many other zombie games that offer up the experience that World War II has offered, but better, if that makes sense. So, for that reason, it has to fall below every other game except for Infinite Warfare Zombies for me. Now, we have a legend. Black Ops 1. Now, please don't hate me. Please don't hate me. It's not an S tier game, but it is an A tier, and it is the top of A. Just because, like I've said before, the amount of zombie content that is offered up in this game, and also the mechanics. Like, the engine actually does suit the zombies mode in Black Ops 1, though it's a lot smoother than the World at War one. It's a lot polished. Also, the maps are excellent. There is no map in Black Ops 1 that I hate. Plus, it has all of the World at War maps pre-packaged in the DLC 4 map that comes with Moon. So, by default, you get, obviously, Kino de Toten 5, which is... I like both of those maps, to be honest. Dead Ops Arcade, a classic, obviously. Ascension, Call of the Dead, Shangri-La, Moon, plus Naxxor and Toten Remastered, Verrückt, Shino, and Doris Remastered. So that's 11 unique zombie maps there. Yeah, that's a good number of unique zombies maps, plus the 4 remakes to top it off at the end. A lot of good stuff to offer up here. But yeah, it's just a very, very good game. Yeah, that's it. Black Ops 1. It's just good. Everyone knows it's good. Don't need to talk about it that much. This one, on the other hand, I do need to defend because it's not a D tier map. It's not a C tier map. It's not even a B tier map. It is an A tier map, but at the bottom of A. Now, this is going to be exhausting, me trying to defend this game. I really like the zombies mode in Black Ops 4. I think the engine really does fit the zombies mode in Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 has a lot of the stuff that was good about Black Ops 3 ported into Black Ops 4. There's 8 unique zombie maps, plus you get Rush and Gauntlet, so that's 10 unique zombies experiences in there. Plus the amount of customization you can do to, like, the perks you want to, like, use in the game, to also, like, the classes you can create and the specialists, and there's just a lot the zombies mode offers in Black Ops 4 that no other zombies game does. I don't know, like, if I want to just jump on and play Black Ops 4, I can choose to either do casual, normal, hard, or hardcore. Like, those are 4 unique different ways to play a single zombie map, and Treyarch didn't need to go that hard, and you could tell they worked their arse off to make Black Ops 4, at least the launch of it. When it came to the DLC, it's clear they ran out of budget because the launch flopped due to like the blue screens and errors that the engine had, no fault of the zombies mode itself. Yeah, it's a shame because, like I say, if it didn't flop, we would have got probably 12 maps in this game rather than the 8 that we ended up getting, because they originally planned to drop every DLC with 2 unique maps rather than 1. So DLC 1 would have been, I think, Dead of the Night and Alpha Omega, and then DLC 2 would have been Ancient Evil and Tag de Totem. That's what I've heard. And then DLC 3 and 4, probably up for debate. Maybe they're finally that map in France that they promised back in World at War, and then eventually the final map would have been the Great War. But we didn't get that because the budget got cut and Activision was like, we need more money. So they cut it, and Black Ops 4 suffered for it. If the budget wasn't cut, it would be an S tier. It would be an S tier zombies game. And yeah, that's all I have to say, really. You can disagree with me if you like, but I think Black Ops 4 is severely underrated. But yeah, there wasn't really any surprise there, to be honest. Like, the top 5 best zombie games are all the Black Ops games. Then the 6th best is World at War, and then everything below it is the non-Treyarch stuff. So it's a pretty predictable list, despite Black Ops 4 being rated higher than a lot of people would put it. That's my list. That's my list of zombie games ranked from worst to best, with Vanguard Zombies being ranked at an F tier below this list here that you see. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.